Round two. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been officially announced that we are getting a second stimulus check. I remember when I got my little $1,200 deposit. I'm not gonna front like I didn't get a stimulus check because I definitely got one. And I was just like, wow, like, okay, why is the government giving us all this money? Is it because the value of the dollar has steadily declined for the last 100 years? And our value of the dollar just continues to drop and drop and drop and drop and drop? But I'm not mad at free money, and I'm not gonna sit there and pretend like I am. So I look forward to when that second stimulus check hits my bank account. Question, ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys plan on doing with your second stimulus check? Because here's what Congress is saying. Now, they were like, oh, how we're gonna cap the next stimulus check at $40,000. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like last time they capped it at $100,000. So if you were somebody who made more than $100,000, you got a stimulus. Who made less than $100,000 in 2019, you got a stimulus check, which is so funny because I actually know someone who made more than $100,000 and they got a stimulus check. So whatever, but theirs was mailed to them. Mine was direct deposit. But anyway, so I just want to let you guys know when the stimulus check is coming. So they have decided that we are going to get our stimulus check money on August the 28th. So ladies and gentlemen, like, stay tuned to your mailbox around like the August 28th, 29th, 30th in that area. Or if you get a direct deposit, even better for you, just like me. So, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know how I personally feel about having the government have my personal bank information, especially since I owe a university that I used to attend, because let me tell y'all about that. And listen, we really gotta talk because they really need to take care of us in the CARES Act, because at the end of the day, us millennials, we have all of this student loan debt. So I had a little outstanding student loan issue, whatever. And literally, they went into my bank account. They sent me a letter after. Luckily for me, I only had $7 in that bank. But if I didn't, I would have been so devastated. So they went into that bank account and they took my little $7, and then they sent me a letter like, oh, pretty much we're coming after you for our money. And I'm like, damn, school should be free. But that's neither here nor there. So I just want to let y'all know that our stimulus checks, the next ones, are coming around August the 28th. So check your mailbox. Make sure your bank account information is accurate, because a lot of people did not get stimulus checks, and they were even giving away stimulus checks to illegal immigrants and everything like that. Like, all you had to do is honestly like fill out the link. But I guess, like, you know, people were afraid, especially, I can understand. But I have a question to you. What are your plans for the next stimulus check? Would you even be getting one? Because this $40,000 cap, I'm like, that's kind of ridiculous. Because I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, I feel like people, especially in this society, listen, mortgages and rents, especially, it depends on where you live. But I'm from New York City. Granted, I don't reside in New York City any longer, but I am from New York City. And before I left New York City, our last place I remember was, and mind you, this was like 7 years ago, and it's 2020, so it's in 2013. Mind you, we lived in the hood. It wasn't even like a great neighborhood. Our rent was $1,700 for a 3-bedroom apartment, right? It was 3 bedrooms. Yes. It was 3 bedrooms, so it's like $1,700. So it's like, damn. Someone who has that rent, I'm sure they make around 40,000, maybe a little bit more. But for example, like someone in my family, she has 3 kids, and she makes more than $40,000 a year because she went to school and she, you know, did her thing or whatever the case may be. So long story short, but she has 3 children, and you know, daycare, that's a whole nother cost on its own, Lord. But the whole point that I'm trying to say is, if they capped it at 40,000, you know, her with this, you know, $50,000 a year finance job with 3 kids, it's like she gets cut out, and I don't think that's fair, you know. Hopefully there's a petition going around to increase it from, I say, like, I think what's really reasonable for real is $75,000. Comment below, like, tell me which amount y'all think is reasonable, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, somebody who makes $1 million a year, if they get like a $1,200 check in the mail, it's nothing for them. Like, seriously, they probably, you know, go on a vacation and spend $1,200 in a day. You understand? So it's like that. So it's like, what do y'all think the cutoff should be? I personally think, I said like 75,000. I wouldn't even be mad if they kept it at $100,000, like, to be completely honest with you. And it's like, it's so interesting because it's like Trump is saying we want bigger and better stimulus checks, but it's so funny, like, go figure. It's like the Democrats are like, chill, we just want to give them $1,200 with a cap at 40,000. But the only reason, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, why Trump is even doing this is because it's election year. Bigger and better checks. Like, honestly, I don't know. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, if it wasn't election year and it was just like year 1 into his presidency, I wholeheartedly don't think he would be bigger and better checks for the American people. Like, no. Because I'm going to be honest with you, like, all of these tax laws and stuff that are in effect now is for the rich. You understand? Like, right now in the CARES Act, they have, like, it's still a bill, like, they're discussing it. And they're saying, like, okay, well, what we'll do is we'll remove capital gains tax. Now, the only people who have capital gains are people who have capital. So it's like, for example, if you sell, let's just say you sell a home, you know, like, if you don't do a 1031 exchange, you have to pay taxes on, you know, your profit in a sense. Let's just say you flip the house, you got to pay taxes. So it's like, they're trying to, for the year, forgive capital gains tax. I'm like, listen, if they do that, don't worry, because I win both ways, okay? But yeah, so stay tuned for you guys. We're going to get our stimulus checks. Let's just see how bigger and better this stimulus check is going to be, because I'm going to be honest with you, $1,200, like, for me, $1,200 is okay because I don't have children. But $1,200 for, like, a woman, because, you know, at the end of the day, there's, like, a lot of single moms, and they have, like, 2 children. So, like, your average single mom with 2 kids, like, she needs a little bit more than $1,200. Granted, they did do it $1,200, and then, you know, they did give the extra bonus per kid. So I get it, and I do appreciate that. But y'all need to do a better job. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe. I really appreciate y'all. Have a good one. Bye.